Hi guys, good morning. My name is Crystal and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm here in my flat. I've come back from walking my dog. I'm not letting this harassment and bullying affect me, which is really difficult. I've got keys round my neck because I'm expecting a Morrison's small shop, and it's got my fob key, my key to the lift, everything. It's all around my neck, so when the buzzer rings I can just go down and get my shopping. Alexa, what's the time please?
It's 11:45 a.m.
So it's 11:45. Good morning everybody. So I got up this morning, I let the guy and his kids make as much noise as he wanted. I stayed lying down until about 8 o'clock this morning. So the guy gets up with his kids about 6:30 in the morning upstairs, and they run across the ceiling. Nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying I didn't react to it. I just laid down in my bed and just waited till they left. Then I got up. There was no music on. There was no washing machine on. There was nothing. There wasn't a telly. Just the fans that block out noise. The fans, the white noise that block out noise. Just normal noise. So they went. I got up. I made myself a cup of herbal tea. I started doing my first YouTube video of the day. Fed my pets. You know what you do in the morning. Get up, have tea, have breakfast, wash your face, whatever. I did all that. Did my YouTube video. And I then get ready to take Max, my chihuahua, out for a walk. He's a chihuahua. He's a tiny dog. So 9:45, get ready, go out with Max, throw some bin bag of rubbish in the bin because I'm going to start emptying the flat, putting it into boxes and bags because I need to get out of here. This is serious bullying and harassment. It's affecting my health and my well-being. It's affecting my moods. I get up in a good mood, and I was going out to Rochester High Street. I was going out to the cathedral. I was going to the charity shops, and this is all meant to stop me and keep me isolated indoors again. So every time I go out, every time I try to interact with other people, I get all this harassment and bullying about my looks, about me, and it drags me down, and it's not nice. It's to stop me from going outside and enjoying myself and meeting people. So I had my black bin bag full of rubbish, and I took it out to the bin, and all that food that was on the bins yesterday on top of the bins had been gone either by the bin men or the cleaners. And then I just noticed this Monster energy drink on the floor, and it's bright, it's rosa, it's red. I don't drink Monster energy drinks. They're nasty, they're full of sugar. So it was discarded on the floor. I noticed it. I put it into the rubbish. I came out of the bin store. That it affects your mood because on TikTok they called Mr. UK TikTok official kept talking about a monster, right? And a lot of this harassment is stemming from TikTok and going into Mr. TikTok UK official's live stream and following him and sharing his videos. And I got called something disgusting, and it was being spread around that Mr. TikTok was a paedophile, and I got roped up in that, and I don't want to get associated with that. So I stopped going into his live stream videos, stopped having anything to do with that, and I've not really been active in TikTok very much lately. I am still being pestered by people on TikTok even though I'm not really using it. Someone asked me yesterday if I'm still live streaming, then silly things start happening outside, the noise and the nuisance. No, I don't live stream at the moment. I'm not even going to consider it whilst all this harassment and bullying is going on to myself, Crystal. I reported the harassment I was getting off of Mr. UK TikTok official's channel to the police. I reported it to TikTok, yet it is still going on, even though I'm not even using TikTok or going into Mr. UK TikTok official's live stream. This is where the terrible bullying is coming from. TikTok. And it's all right for someone to say, oh, well, you use social media, you should expect it. Not racist, homophobic, genderist, and calling people paedophiles. That is not acceptable. That is not acceptable. So it was reported, and I've just staying away from TikTok. Although I still get notifications that people have followed my channel, they're still all that, and I'm just not using it. They're trying to entice me in there, inviting me into live streams, and I get trouble, so I'm not going in there. But I obviously have a memory, and I remember what happened to me in live streams when I was doing them, what people said, the names of people that kept harassing me, the photos that were sent to me, still retained in my memory. And when I go outside, this is what is happening. I'm remembering what I saw on TikTok, and it seems to be appearing outside when I'm out walking my dog. And I distinctly remember Mr. UK TikTok official calling somebody a monster. I get a message this morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, off someone off a Flirt Finder, being absolutely sexually disgusting, calling me a big girl, referring to my breasts. And when I go outside by the Rochester Riverside office, there are 2 extra large women. One had a tattoo on her leg. And this is what you noticed. Gang stalkers not only use noise nuisance, they use visual stimuli as well to get inside your head. So when someone sends you a message and it says that you are a big girl with big breasts, what's behind the t-shirt, you go outside that in your mind, you go outside with that in your head, you see, and then you start noticing big women. And that's what it's done for, to mess with your head, make you appear paranoid, but it's your brain registering what that person said, going outside and noticing outside what they've said. And these gang stalkers and neighbour harassment, they know what they're doing. It's to make you look crazy. I also, you know, yeah, we've all got things wrong with us. Would we all like our faults highlighted for everybody to see? Would we all like to be made fun of? And the answer is no. Nobody likes to be made fun of, a laughing stock. Nobody wants to be a scapegoat for everybody's misery and their problems. But it seems to be directed at me for some reason. And I'm trying to help people and provide a place where they can come to and realise that they're not the only person going through it. It's horrific, gang stalking is. It's been going on to me for a long, long time, and I believe even when I was a child I was a victim of sexual harassment in the streets and vicious bullying. And when I was a kid I was a pretty girl with blonde hair, so what the hell is this? What is it? I remember getting shouted at by adults, sexually abused by adults when I was a child. Very sexual this is. This bullying is sexual. And it was to me when I was a child. People openly taking their clothes off in front of me. Adults when I was a little girl. Not just my father. I've come to realise that I think I have been abused by several adults in my lifetime, not just my dad. And women as well. Because memories are coming back. of what I've witnessed at school. Teachers not helping me. Girls joining in with the bullying. Stealing off me, throwing my coat out the window. Schoolgirls. In my jobs as well, when I worked, when I've gone on training schemes, sexual harassment and bullying. And nobody should go through that, not anybody. So it's followed me all my life. And because I'm noting it down, logging it, I'm noticing it even more. And there is distinct connections. So, like I said, it's gone on at my old flat. It's come over to here. So I get up this morning, right, and they want to wear you down. It's sexual. They want to wear you down so you give in to them. They want vile photographs. They want to mimic me. They want to take the piss. They want to use me and degrade me and make me feel horrible about myself. And pornography is one of those things where women are degraded and abused. It's just so they can get some money. Pornography is where women and men, young and old, get abused so that they get some money. You are sexually degraded in pornography. A woman is sexually degraded. Like several men using a woman in various places, maybe more than one man, outside in the open, inside a building, in a taxi, right? And I am a woman. I'm not a porn star. I'm a woman. I don't go outside half naked. I'm not interested in encounters with women or men. I just want to be left alone. So the slurs, you're a puff, you're a lesbian, you're an old hag, you're a slag. Yeah, but why are you sending me messages where you want to see my boobs, you want to see my body? Yeah, I'm an old hag, I'm a puff, I'm a lesbian. And it's absolutely disgusting behaviour, and it's being allowed because when these people see that the police, the housing, don't deal with homophobic, racist, pornographic, sexual harassment, these people know they can get away with it and do it even more. And social media platforms, they don't do anything either. How many times have I reported it to dating sites, to TikTok, to YouTube, and they just don't do anything. And it allows perpetrators to keep doing this behaviour until someone in the end gets physically hurt, or they even commit suicide because they've had enough of it. Now, I am a strong person. I'm a strong woman. I've gone through domestic violence. I was abused as a child. And that's made me resilient and strong. Some people wouldn't have been able to have gone through half of what I've been through. And I keep going on about it, but it is true. And do they honestly think that woofing outside my window, barking outside my window, shouting yuck above my ceiling is going to stop me from reporting their behaviour? No, it's not. It's absolutely disgraceful. These are grown adults. These are people that should know better, and they're teaching their children to behave in a way to what they're doing. And bullying somebody is not right. It teaches children to bully other children. If you're swearing and you're cursing your children, they're going to take that language to school. If you think that is okay, I can't do anything about that, but I can stop these people harassing and abusing me. by highlighting it and making everybody see what's going on. I'm not hiding behind closed doors anymore. I hid for 18 years behind domestic violence, hiding, afraid to speak, afraid for my life. I've had relationships where I've been treated like an animal, pulling my hair, slapping me. Because that's some men's perception, because they watch pornography or they've got this perception a woman's a piece of meat. Some men hit and slap their women and shout at them and treat them like dogs. Yes, it's not right, it's wrong, but it won't stop unless we stop it ourselves. And women are frightened, especially when the man is like taller than them and using fists to control a woman. And the police are supposed to be there to back up the public and to keep them safe, and they don't do their job. The men that came out to me when I was being abused by men who were hitting me sided with the fella. He's had a hard day, one of them said. Oh, he's had a hard day at work. It doesn't justify a man hitting a woman about because he's had a hard day at work. I've had all the excuses under the sun. I've even had police threaten to put me in prison for reporting a crime. There is no way out for me, because this is corruption, this is coercion, this is covering up at a high level. All I can do is go outside and make it plain, no one's coming near me, no one's touching me, stay away. After that sexual message this morning, I'm nobody's property, I'm not a dog, I'm a woman that's gone through hell and back. I'm strong, I'm resilient, and I care about other people, especially children's safety. And there is a pervert out there that is stalking me, and they need to be caught. If you don't like me, leave me alone. If you don't like being told the truth, if you don't like someone politely saying, oh, you're making a noise, then just accept the fact and leave, you know what I mean? But to continually pester, harass, make fun of what someone looks like because they've had the guts to say, look, I can't stand this noise anymore, it's driving me round the bend. But yuck and dog barking is childish. The state of that underneath my window, how much more abuse do I have to tolerate before someone does something about this? See you later.